Welcome everybody to today where we celebrate the 15th Monday of Ordinary Time. Today, if we pay very close attention to the Holy Gospel, notice how Jesus had stated that he came to establish division. Sounds cool, right? Why exactly did Jesus try to establish the division, where he even states that a father against a son, a mother against her daughter, a mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law? Why exactly is Jesus stating all of this? Could it be implied that he is causing a division? Not necessarily. There is a very, very specific reason as to why Jesus had talked to each and every one of us here about this division. And that is love. When we strive to continue to love God, we have to ask ourselves, who do we continue to place first? If we continue to love God, we will place God first before the other people. And that right there is what is going to help guide each and every one of us here. Because if we continue to think about it, notice that all of us here will have different opinions from one another. And because of this, Jesus is talking to each and every one of us about the fact that all of us may not continue to agree on the same thing, but rather we might have differences in what we continue to think and to believe. So each and every one of us, as we continue to live forth our journey of faith, are called to bear in mind all of the sacrifices that Jesus had done for each and every one of us here. For it is truly stated in today's Holy Gospel that those who will save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will save it. And not only that, but Jesus in today's Holy Gospel went on to talk to each and every one of us here about the rewards that are associated with following God, to which a righteous man's reward will receive a righteous man's reward. But those who continue to give a cup of water, they will surely not lose their reward. Here, Jesus is emphasizing to each and every one of us here that there are rewards as to how we continue to follow God. But each and every one of us should not take the reward for granted, but we should strive to continue to love God so that each and every one of us here can continue to recognize Him, especially as we continue to learn more about our journey of faith. Notice that Jesus does not expect us to do anything of big matters, but He wants each and every one of us here to continue to offer ourselves to Him, so that way each and every one of us here can go to recognize the calling to which Jesus has called each and every one of us here, because nobody is worthy, but Jesus is calling each and every one of us here by name. So the question here lies, how exactly do we continue to respond to this calling? That we have to put it into prayer, because prayer is one of the ways as to how each and every one of us here can go in communication with Christ, especially as Jesus continues to speak to each and every one of us here in silence, to which Jesus will say something to us. But how do we continue to respond to His calling? If we continue to love God, then we will continue to want to follow Jesus. And that exactly right there is what Jesus wants each and every one of us here to do, especially as we could go and continue to progress with our journey of faith. And if we continue, we will realize that we are united. So all of us, as we strive to continue to pray today, should call to bear in mind all of the sacrifices that others have done for each and every one of us, and what we can do to allow ourselves to continue to follow Christ a lot more, so that way each and every one of us can continue to really recognize his calling as Jesus continues to call each and every one of us here. Thank you to all of you guys for taking the time to listen to this video, and for more videos like this, please consider liking and subscribing, commenting down below any questions that you may have about the faith. And although this reflection may not be perfect, please also try and help me improve my Catholic faith, as I want to be able to preach about God a lot more, but yet I am still learning about my faith. Thank you.